Old Man Winter, The New Season. Written by Bethany Burke. Illustrated by Nadine Burke. In the thicket and the woods lived 4 foxes. A mother fox and her 3 baby foxes were gathering food and getting ready for the winter. Baby fox Natu happily jumped and played with Skipper and Monty. "We will have time to play later," Mother Fox said. "Right now we need to get ready for Old Man Winter." The baby foxes looked up at Mother Fox with a puzzled face. "Old Man Winter?" they said. "Yes," said Mother Fox. "It's that time of year again, and we need to be ready, don't we?" "Let's go find this Old Man Winter that's coming." And in the blink of an eye, Skipper, Monty, and Natu sped off, disappearing into the woods. Mother Fox tried to catch them to tell them that Old Man Winter is not an animal. It is just a way of saying that it is going to be very cold, very soon. But they were off before she could tell them. "I wonder why we've never seen Old Man Winter," said Skipper. "He seems like a nice animal, or he wouldn't be invited back to see us every year." Natu looked over to the big cave where Buford Bear lived. "Buford Bear might know." Natu scurried over to Buford Bear with Skipper and Monty following. Buford Bear came out of his cave. Buford Bear was getting ready for winter also. "Why, hello, little foxes. What are you doing on this side of the woods?" asked Buford Bear. "We're trying to find out about Old Man Winter. What do you do to prepare for the coming of Mr. Winter?" Monty asked. The foxes listened quietly as Buford Bear scratched his head and said, "Well, I get ready by getting fat on my favorite foods, and then I sleep for weeks and weeks until Old Man Winter is gone. It's called hibernation. So now I must get back to eating because Old Man Winter is just around the corner." Natu looked around the corner with Skipper and Monty following, but they did not see Mr. Winter. All they saw were rocks and logs lying in the grass. The foxes were disappointed, but they were bound to find Old Man Winter soon. As they started looking around every corner, the little foxes saw Ollie Owl up in his cozy elm tree. The foxes yelled to get Ollie Owl's attention. "Excuse us, but do you know anything about Old Man Winter, Ollie Owl?" Ollie Owl nodded and replied, "Well, I know that it is the best time to be awake for an owl. It is all white and peaceful with so many of the other animals hibernating." Natu nodded. Ollie Owl suddenly remembered his sweet sleep he was missing because of the fox's disturbance. "I must be getting back to my nest. Old Man Winter is just a hop, skip, and a jump away." Ollie Owl disappeared into his tree, leaving the foxes puzzled. Monty was leading the way, hopping, skipping, and jumping with Skipper and Natu following, hoping that this would take them to Old Man Winter. Soon they came to a huge pile of leaves. They were about to jump into them when they heard someone. "Hello," said a squeaky voice. "I'm gathering nuts for the big coming of winter." It was tiny Chelsea Chipmunk with a pile of nuts at her feet. "You're getting ready for Old Man Winter too? Why is it so important to be ready?" Skipper asked. Chelsea thought for a minute and finally said, "Well, winter brings along cold weather, so it is harder to find food. I collect and hide lots of nuts so I won't go hungry before spring comes again." Natu turned around to see if Skipper and Monty were listening. Instead, they were playing in the leaves and trying to catch a butterfly. Chelsea Chipmunk looked at the pile of nuts at her feet and decided she'd better be getting home. "Well, it's been fun chatting with you, but I have to go. Old Man Winter will be sneaking up on us any time now," Chelsea said while climbing up an oak tree. The 3 foxes were very careful when walking through the woods. They weren't going to let Old Man Winter sneak up on them. Just then, Skipper heard a pitter-pat sound. The foxes turned around, hoping to see Old Man Winter, but it was only Brianna Bunny. Natu noticed her fur was pure white, not brown like it used to be. "Why did your fur turn white, Brianna Bunny? Natu asked. Well, she replied, my fur was brown, but when winter comes, it turns white so that I blend in with the snow. People and other animals can try to hunt me, but may not find me if they can't see me. That's why I'm called a snowshoe bunny. Wow, said Monty. I didn't know that. Brianna Bunny realized she needed to leave. Well, I have to go. With Old Man Winter comes Jack Frost. I hope to see you again in the spring. With that, she hopped away. Jack Frost, said Skipper. Now we have 2 animals to look for, and we don't know what either of them looks like. By now the air was getting chillier, so the foxes hopped, skipped, and jumped home, looking around every corner as they went, and being very careful not to let anyone sneak up on them. The foxes soon reached home where Mother Fox was still getting ready for winter. There you all are, she said. I was beginning to get worried about you. I didn't know where you had wandered off to. The foxes sat down to rest. We went to see Buford Bear, Ollie Owl, Chelsea Chipmunk, and Brianna Bunny, Skipper piped. Well, said Mother, now it is nighttime, so head for your beds and off to sleep. The little foxes did as they were told, but they were still disappointed that they hadn't seen Old Man Winter. They all fell asleep soon, feeling a little sad. The next morning, Mother Fox nudged the foxes awake. Wake up, sleepyheads, she called. Old Man Winter came to visit us last night. The foxes jumped up excitedly. He came? They all asked. Yes, said Mother Fox. But that means we missed him, sighed Monty. Oh, but he left a present for you all, said Mother Fox, and she took them to look outside. They were sad that they had missed him, but they loved the present he had left. Snow! As the 3 little foxes jumped and played in the soft white snow, they wished that they could thank Old Man Winter. That's okay, they said. We'll thank him when he comes again next winter. The end.